So far, TCP, the Transmission Control Protocol Preliminaries. Introduction. So far, we have been discussing protocols that do not include their own mechanisms for delivering data reliably. They may detect that erroneous data has been received using a mathematical function such as checksum or CRC, but they do not try very hard to repair errors. With IP and UDP, no error repair is done at all. With Ethernet and other protocols based on it, the protocol provides some number of retries and then gives up if it cannot succeed. The problem of communicating in environments where the communication medium may lose or alter the messages being delivered has been studied for years. Some of the most important theoretical work on the topic was developed by Claude Shannon in 1948. This work, which popularized the term bit and became the foundation of the field of information theory, helps us understand the fundamental limits on the amount of information that can be moved across an information channel that is lossy, that may delete or alter bits. Information theory is closely related to the field of coding theory, which provides ways of encoding information so that it is as resilient as possible to errors in the communication channels. Using error correcting codes, basically adding redundant bits so that real information can be retrieved even if some bits are damaged to correct communication problems is one very important method for handling errors. Another is to simply try resending again until the information is finally received. This approach, called automatic repeat request (ARQ), forms the basis for many communication protocols including TCP. ARQ and retransmission, if we consider not only a single communication channel, but a multi-hop cascade of several, we realize that not only may we have the types of errors mentioned so far, packet bit errors, but there may be others. These problems might arise at an intermediate router and are the types of problems we brought up when discussing IP. Packet reordering, packet duplication, and packet erasures, drops. An error correcting protocol designed for use over a multi-hop communication channel such as IP must cope with all of these problems. Let us now explore the protocol mechanism that can be brought to bear on them. After we discuss this in the abstract, we shall explore how they are used by TCP in the Internet. A straightforward method of dealing with packet drops and bit errors is to resend the packet until it is received properly. This requires a way to determine first whether the receiver has received the packet, and second, whether the packet it received was the same one the sender sent. The method for a receiver to signal to a sender that it has received a packet is called an acknowledgement, or ACK. In its most basic form, the sender sends a packet and awaits an ACK. When the receiver receives the packet, it sends the ACK. When the sender receives the ACK, it sends another packet and the process continues. Interesting questions to ask here are: first, how long should the sender wait for an ACK? Second, what if the ACK is lost? Third, what if the packet was received but had errors in it? As we shall see, the first question turns out to be deep. Deciding how long to wait relates to how long the sender should expect to wait for an ACK. Determining this may be difficult. We postpone the discussion of techniques for it until we discuss TCP in detail later. See Chapter 14. The answer to question 2 is easier. If an ACK is dropped, the sender cannot readily distinguish this case from the case in which the original packet is dropped, so it simply sends the packet again. Of course, the receiver may receive 2 or more copies in that case, so it must be prepared to handle that situation. See the next paragraph. As for the third question, we can appeal to the codes mentioned in section 12.1. It is generally much easier to use codes to detect errors in a large packet with high probability, using only a few bits than it is to correct them.